I was, whenever he does that, you know,
Why does it smell in here?
I never thought about like that. Yeah, so I was like,
And then
So I asked Vic why we haven't done the podcast in like 2 weeks, and he was like, "What podcast?
we have a podcast.
Who's talking to me right now? Who are you?
The voices in my head.
You hear them? They understand. Oh, you don't watch wrestling. You wouldn't get that joke. You're not a big Randy Orton fan.
I only know Hulk Hogan.
John Stamos.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is he wrestling?
Yeah, I think so.
That's pretty cool.
His finishing move is the full house. Instead of the full Nelson, it's the full house, where it's just him like helping like co-parent
Whoa.
a bunch of kids.
Him playing house with a bunch of kids.
This is Jamie. And
This
I
is
like
the
to
full
interrupt.
Nelson.
I like to interrupt. This is a full Nelson podcast.
This is the interrupting cow.
Yeah. What did he move?
Got him.
God, I
He's got
interrupted
cat.
myself.
The rare self-interrupt. They never expect it.
This is like a literally, which is typically, actually, possibly. What else ends with Lee? E.
Bruce. Reed?
Well, that's pretty good. Literally? Oh yeah, that's. I
Whoa.
think that's the actual name. What's your name? John Stamos.
Triple H.
You're about to pedigree all the listeners into the subscribe button.
Our Patreon.
Sure. Whenever they want to make one for us, 'cause we're too lazy. And I'm Vamy.
And this is
Chick.
Jake and Vamy. That's our wrestling name.
Yeah.
When we join. That's our tag team.
Yeah, mine's Jick Vames, and you are...
Rick James.
I don't know where the R comes from, but I like it. I would like to... I'd like to say something. Before we started this, you did something that both scared me. I felt like on the fear meter, I was probably at like a 3 for this, which was like...
That's pretty high.
For what you were doing, it was pretty high. But you were vacuuming your room right before we started.
You're a
The
little
amount of
clean.
aggression you use in vacuuming.
You have to show it who's boss.
I counted
doesn't
you like
respect you.
slamming the vacuum into the like wall or like chair like at least 4 times with like such a level of power. You were angry.
It doesn't pick up the dirt if you don't force it to.
If you don't like hit objects in the room, potentially causing actual damage, you're not vacuuming correctly.
That's how you do it.
I was like in the corner and I just like thought like if you lost control, I'd lose a toe or something. So,
Good thing I don't lose control anymore since the accident.
oh my gosh. How many vacuums have you gone through in the past like month? Is all I was like thinking. Well, we should probably address the
Vacuum in the room.
the vacuum in the room. Well, would you like to speak on my behalf because I'm the reason? I was on a trip to a foreign land,
Whoa.
the land of ire.
Fire. Whoa. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a good trip. I had a very nice time. I would like to.
And that's all we have the time
Yeah, that's
for?
all I have to say about that. Moving on.
Nothing else? No, that's pretty... pretty wild. So just explain everything that you did.
Okay. I knew that the flight was going to be long, and I had like a layover to and from. Luckily, the like one on the way back was only like 4 hours, so it wasn't anything horrible. No, that sucked. That sucked.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
And it was also like in a place like that, like the second flight, you know, like from the layover was only like a little over an hour. So it's like you couldn't have just picked my actual airport. You have to like bring me to a city that's like, I don't know, yeah, I guess only an hour away, like in flight time.
Yeah.
But make me like wait for. I could have. Well, I can't say like driven home in like a short amount of time, but
yeah, you could have Ubered.
I think it's just they like to. This is probably like an airline tactic of like, let's try to frustrate people as much as we can. I don't know what the goal behind it is, but it's just like.
Yeah, it will if we drop them off in the wrong area. They're forced to use us.
Yeah.
They're relying on us now. We got them in the bag.
Yeah, you thought you wanted to go to New York. You're actually going into Mexico.
Just for a quick layover.
You will also be extorted as soon as you land for like all of your belongings that you have on you. Not in a crime thing, but just like that's how you're gonna pay for your ticket home.
Yeah. The clothes on your back.
Yeah. This is a full nude right in the back. Even
You
the
don't get-
pilot.
We need no personal belongings.
But Ireland was cool. As a man, as a stately man from the States. I don't know. I didn't know what to expect as far as like culture shock, you know, as far as like how surprising or different will it be. I didn't really think it would be as far as like, you know, it's an English speaking country. It's part of Europe, which is probably the most similar to
Right, the
the
US.
States. But I don't know. It still managed to get me a little bit. And mostly just like the way, you know, they talk as far as like the accents and
look.
stuff. Another interesting thing though was getting gas. You actually get gas before you pay, and it's just like, oh,
Whoa.
you can't do that here. We can't do that here.
Yeah, that is interesting.
That is
Do they pump it for you?
no.
Whoa.
No. It's the full honor system. And it's like, thankfully, I'm an honorable man.
I wonder if they have anything to stop
Yeah, I don't know because, yeah, I went in.
gas and dashers.
Yeah, they do a little gas and dashing. But yeah, I like went in and because I noticed like, oh yeah, you pay inside. And so I was like, oh, can I get like €20? I actually probably did say dollar. I probably exposed my foreignness. I felt very exposed. No, exposed my. No.
But they wouldn't have known.
Yeah. But yeah, I said like, oh, can I get like 20 on pump, whatever? And they're like, oh, you mean this one? I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm like pump number 1. And they're like, yeah, there's nothing on it, Bozo. And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, oh, I can. They saw right through me. They're like, yeah, no, I can tell where you're from. But and they're like, yeah, we do it differently here.
Whoa.
You pump first, and I'm like, you better hope that I come back in. No. I'm like, you are way too trusting.
Let me show you how we do it.
Yeah, let me show you. Let me teach you something. I will be the sole reason why you stop doing it this way. No, but I did say, I was like, oh, you are very trusting here. They're like, yeah, we don't have like idiots like you who would steal gas and just get out of here. I guess I can also relate to our genre of our podcast, which is dating, which I have a bit of a story, which is I did use some of the apps while I was there, only for the first few days, because in the span of like the first like 2 or 3 days, I was crushing it. I was getting an no, I can't say that. Yeah, well, I guess, and a crazy amount of like likes on my profile, and I was like, well, it still did surprise me, because I was like, oh, I wonder if they can tell like I'm foreign, but it's also like, this isn't one that's like would be that crazy though, you know. Yeah, as far as like, I don't look all that foreign from like, you know, people here. But yeah, I got like...
You were using Brad Pitt's photo?
Yeah, exactly. I was using more of like Steve Buscemi.
Wow,
Love that guy. Yeah, no, I got like...
How many were there?
I got like...
3.
I got 1. No.
That is
no, but like it was crazy. Like it was like in a few days, it was like 20 at least, and I matched with like half of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
wow.
I'm not bragging. I'm just saying.
This guy swipes right.
Yeah, and now your follow-up question is.
Say that again.
I'm trying to feed you the question.
How many messages did you get? Did you message or did they message?
Well, so I was using Bumble.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which before, you know, they recently had the... Okay, this is actually pretty funny, but, you know,
they have
it used to be, yeah, like the women always had to message first.
Yeah, the more attractive one had to message first.
Yeah. Well, that's in most cases. Yeah, that's true. But I think it recently it was like it got changed though to where now I think you can add like a thing to your profile to I think it's called like the opening move or something, where like it's just it's one prompt that you can like choose to like allow people to message you first based off of that prompt. So like I'm pretty sure both sides, like men and women, can do it, but it's more so I think makes it so that like if a woman has like an opening move prompt, that gives the option to like the guy to message first as well.
Okay.
But it's like if they don't have that, then
it's still on them.
Yeah, it'll still be on them. You know what's funny though? I still think that's funny because it's like, how many complaints do you think they got about Bumble, about that whole like thing as far as like only women can message first? Like how many people do you think?
How many women did complain?
That's the thing is I at first thought like it's just like all the guys like, why won't they message me? I hate fucking that they won't message me. Which I'm sure there was like,
but they don't message me.
They match with me, but they don't say anything. Yeah, I'm sure. Like, I'm pretty sure there was probably a lot, but from what I read, like, I think that women didn't like it either. I'm pretty sure that they. Like, I read so many things that they like weren't a fan of the being like forced to be the person to do the opening message as well.
Yeah, it's almost as if that's the whole problem.
Yeah,
is that no one likes that.
Yeah. Well, and that does show. I think making the move, you know, sending the first message or whatever is like it's not a very like no one. Yeah, you're right. I don't think really anyone likes. I don't mind it anymore though. At least as far as the apps go, I don't have a problem sending the first message.
Yeah, I already have mine down.
You said that with so much confidence. It's so funny.
Well, I feel like once you do it, you find like just the one or two that work.
Yeah. So you have like a specific message you like to send as an opening line.
Yeah, like a genre.
Okay. Can you give me an example?
Hey, they're beautiful.
Beautiful.
It works every time. If your goal is to get unmatched, works all the time.
If you want to get blocked and reported, that's great. I need to do that. Hey there, beautiful. That's good. That is good. The only time I have trouble with it is if I match with a very like bare bones profile where like they have. I don't want to be like mean, but it seems like they put like very low effort into it.
Right.
Or it's just like lazy, where it's like they either have no prompts or like bio or what they don't say anything about themselves, or like whatever they do say is just like very vague. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like
There's nothing to go on.
yeah, it's like, and I can make a joke where it's like, I think I've made this joke before, where it's like, oh, 90% of them have some prompt about like sushi or whatever, mimosas and brunch and stuff like that, where it's like that's a very common thing, but that is still something. It's still better than like I don't know, if you can like typical Sunday morning you can find me sleeping, and it's like okay. Me too.
This person sleeps.
What do I know about this person? They sleep. But I don't know, anyone who puts like, I don't know, some thought into it, I don't really feel like I ever have much problem finding something to say.
Yeah,
like
based
making
on what
it.
they say.
Yeah. But even if they don't, I still don't have a problem being the person like who messages first. It just might be like a little bit harder to like, find something to actually talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like when they did add that feature to Bumble, where like it now makes it possible for either side to message first. I did wonder, like, do you think it was based more off of like guys or girls complaining? And again, I initially thought like, oh, it's just a bunch of the like crybaby guys.
That caused it.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like again, like I'm pretty sure like I've read quite a few things that said that like there's a lot of women who did not like that and are happy that that's the thing now, because they don't like making the first move, too much pressure or whatever. But I only times I have trouble with it now is in person. But I don't even necessarily think it's more of like it's just scary. No, I don't know. It is. I can feel more pressure because I don't know. On dating apps, I just figure if you're on a dating app, it probably means you're single. Like it's fair to assume you are single
And ready to mingle.
Yeah, and ready to pringle. But like I don't know, in person you have to like kind of, unless they're very open, about their relationship status, it's sometimes you don't know.
Yeah.
And it's like also like if you ask that question, they already know. like oh,
This guy wants to be friends.
yeah, this guy definitely wants to be my friend. It's like no, there's a high probability I know what the follow-up question is gonna be.
Yeah, based on that.
Yeah. But so okay, back to my trip. I will say overall, I would still consider it a success because I got I felt very validated from those likes and from those matches. But yeah, what was your question again about what happened? How many what did I get?
Messages.
What's that? What do you mean?
How many of them did you get?
You can message people on that? Yeah, no. I tried to like set you up for that joke just so I could deliver that classic joke. Yeah, what messages? Yeah, no. I think I got like 10 matches
Whoa.
in the first like 3 days I was there. And two, two of
Wow.
them, two of them, and like some of them even had the like opening move things where I could say something, and yeah, only two of them
Wow.
message, and one of them hit me with like a hey, and I responded, and I didn't hear anything more. So, all right, it's getting a little bit sad now. I wanted to say this was like a confidence or like some good validation, but so then the other one, we actually did start talking, and by the like 6th or 7th message, I mentioned like, oh yeah, I'm like visiting from America.
Blocked.
Unmatched. Yeah, immediately.
Oh no.
Well, and so it was kind of like at that point, I was just like, is this really worth it? I think I kept it for like another day or so. And yeah, I don't know. I checked it, I should say, like maybe, but like, yeah, I kept getting likes and stuff. So it felt good. But yeah, I don't know, out of like the 10 to 15 matches or whatever I got, like, I think, yeah, it was like 2 people I talked to.
Wow.
And like neither of them, the conversation went anywhere. And I was just like,
All right then.
all right.
Glad to see it's no
Well,
different.
I would say it was more so like my feeling towards it changed more so off of the second one, just with the like, I kind of realized like, yeah, wait, why would anyone, why would you want to like actually talk to someone who's like gonna be leaving in like a few days?
Yeah. That's fair, I guess.
I mean, I like, sure, like if you just want to like talk to like, have someone to like talk to.
But at the same time, why would you match with someone and then not message?
Yeah, I guess, sure, as far as the other ones go. But that's not something new.
No.
So that wasn't like, yeah, I don't know.
Surprising.
That didn't change how I felt. It was mainly just the last one where it's like, oh, I didn't really even think of it either. It's like, it kind of was like, yeah, I can understand why someone would be like, yeah, I don't necessarily know if I want to like talk to someone who's
Yeah.
going to be like leaving.
Spend time.
If I want to give actual full like play devil's advocate, like really, it's like it's almost like very respectable, because it's like this person probably is taking it seriously.
Yeah.
It's like they don't want to match with something. Like if
fool
they are
around.
looking for a relationship, or something more. Like, yeah, don't waste your time with
Yeah.
someone who's going to be there for like 5 days.
That is fair.
And so, yeah, I was like, yeah, probably a good move. I don't want to like waste anyone's time, because I also wasn't like interested in like, as far as like, I don't know. I didn't want to like go and like hook up with anyone either.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and then I was like, well, why am I using it? I realized it's just like, oh, I'm feeling the like love from the like the likes and the matches. It's like, oh, I felt like a catch is what it was.
Whoa.
But then like, yeah, it kind of the feeling didn't go away, but it was just like the logistics of it kind of came into
using
view,
it.
and it was just like, yeah, probably I don't know. I don't want to waste anyone's time.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
I went to the Blarney Stone Castle.
How's Barney?
His stone was there.
Whoa. Got big stones.
Yeah. And I saw like people kissing it, and I was like, well, I obviously have to one up them. So I Frenched it.
Nice.
I just like tongued the whole thing.
Licked it clean.
And the guy who like works there just like stared at me. And they like take your like photo while you're doing it. I like look at the photo, and it's just like full tongue. It's like, excuse me, sir. We have to like spray it down. I'm like, no, like I got you. I'll just like lick it off.
Don't worry, it tastes better.
Yeah, I'm adding flavor to the stone. You wouldn't understand.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and let's see, what else? I went to a few pubs. Did not drink at all.
Whoa. It's
I
pretty
felt
Irish.
so out of it was
Pretty anti-Irish.
yeah, it was not very Irish of me, I will say. What else? I don't know. I'm trying to think. What else happened? No, that is all that happened. I went to
Nothing
Ireland.
else.
I went to like a couple pubs. Didn't drink. Matched with some Irish people.
Didn't Irish?
Didn't talk to them, and then went home. Came back home. That's the only way to do a trip, though. I think
Yeah, I
you
agree.
do too much, you're getting too much of the experience.
Yeah.
You can't
It's
get too
overload.
much. Yeah, you can't experience it too much because it's
Then you have to live there.
yeah.
You want to leave wanting to go back. Not
Yeah.
leave wanting to never return.
Yeah. And I left feeling like I was never there.
And I don't even remember a day.
Yeah, I honestly think it might have been a dream. Yeah, I stayed at a lot of bed and breakfasts too, which I only know Airbnb. I don't know regular B&B. So like when I found out that there was other people staying there and also people living there, I was like, hold on a second. Wait a second. It was like, I don't know. It was very cool. It was a very cool experience, but it was weird to just feel like, oh, I'm
Being
some of
watched.
them like were just legitimately people's houses. Some of them I could tell were more like they were like turning it into more of like a
Hotel.
yeah, like the last one I
Cottage.
stayed at literally did feel like just a small hotel because it was like a big property, but it just had like there was like a house, but it had so many just like extensions on it. Basically, I don't know. That's the proper word for it, but like, yeah, it had like one hallway where it was really long, and there was like 6 just rooms on the side. It felt like walking down a hotel hallway.
Wow. Nice.
But then, like the first one I stayed at, it's like I go in and I'm in your living room,
Wow.
and I go upstairs and there's like 3 rooms, one of which is mine.
Nice.
It was cool though, yeah. And I had like and they made breakfast. They were all really good.
They had beds.
They did have beds as well, a couple
Nice.
ands.
Perfect. And the food was good.
Yeah, like all of the like the breakfasts they made. I had the traditional Irish breakfast like pretty much every morning. I switched it up like twice, where I think like the second day I had like porridge, which is just oatmeal. I know I'm adventurous.
Whoa. Fancy.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's fancy because it's not called oatmeal; it's porridge. But that was good. I did enjoy that. And then like one of the places, like some of them, this also kind of just showed they had like legit menus. Whereas like some of the places,
Wow.
I'd check in, and they'd be like, oh yeah, like you're the only one staying here tonight, or like where some of them where it's like, oh yeah, there's like 5 other parties
Wow.
of people staying here. But yeah, the ones where it was like just me, they were like, oh yeah, what time do you want breakfast in the morning? And I'd be like, oh, like 7, 8. Like, okay.
Nice.
Whereas like the other ones would be like, okay, breakfast is only served from 8 till like 10 or whatever. It's like, I don't get to choose. But yeah, and then, like they asked me like, oh yeah, like what time do you want breakfast? What do you like for breakfast? And they'd ask me. But then like the other places, they'd have like a legit menu.
Whoa.
They're like sitting on the table. I'm like, am I in a restaurant right now? This isn't Denny's. This is an IHOP. It feels like it, but
I know. Wow.
yeah, one place had like French toast on the menu. I'm like, I like French toast, and that's also like it hasn't been on any of the other menus or whatever. I got it, and
Pretty toasty.
it feels sad because it feels like I don't want to seem like I'm
Disrespectful.
trashing. Yeah, disrespect. I don't think it's disrespectful, but
There's no French in it.
do you know how to make French toast? Do you know
Yeah.
what like the key ingredients are?
French.
Yeah.
Okay. Toast, eggs, maple syrup, cinnamon, sugar.
Okay. Go back to just the first three things that you said.
French
Yes.
toast and eggs.
Exactly. One of those was missing.
Mmm.
Take the second word of the
Toast?
title. It was not there. It was just
Wow.
like heavily fried, like eggs folded over.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah, I genuinely was confused when I like ate it because it took me like 3 bites for it to like realize. The first bite, I was just like, "Oh, that's interesting." I was like, second bite, I was like, "Wait a second, this."
This is just
This,
eggs.
yeah, this. I'm
Where's
not
the
sure. Like,
toast?
and then I like the third bite. I was like, yeah, this is just egg. This is just egg.
Yeah,
It
that
was
is
just
weird.
heavily fried because it did have like a crust on it, and I was like, maybe it was just like very thinly sliced toast. I don't know, but yeah, it really like when I would
That is
like
weird.
cut into it, it was I really only saw egg. Fortunately, it still tasted good. It was just like I don't know. It caught me off guard.
Did it have like the other ingredients on it, or just fried egg?
Well, it came with like some like fruit with it, like on top of it.
Did it
and,
have like maple syrup
I don't know.
or cinnamon?
I don't
or
think
any
so.
sweet. And
No,
savory?
like it was sweet, so I think it was like maple syrup, and it had some like powdered sugar on it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there's just
Yeah,
it
that
was
is
surprising me. It was like no toast. There's no toast in the French toast. And then I did eat some other traditional Irish foods. I had fish and chips.
Fish
It
and
was
chops.
very fishy and chippy.
Nice.
I had beef and Guinness stew. Very delectable.
Nice. Yeah, that does
Very
sound
good.
good.
Oh, that was the other thing though too. Yeah, it's like fish and chips is like a thing here, and people know that the chips are fries. But yeah, you go to like order there, and they're like, "What side do you want?" Like you can get like chips, and then, like chips or fries though.
Yeah.
Like I knew that though. Fortunately, my brain,
He remembered.
my comprehension skills are high enough. I sometimes I feel like a kindergartner in the real world, which is so upsetting because I did very good in school, and then I'm like, now that I'm graduated, I'm in the real world, and it's like, what has that done for me? I feel like I lost it. I don't know. I feel like I was good in the moment, like got great grades. I feel like I would not pass Are You Smarter Than a fifth grade? I feel like I wouldn't pass Are You Smarter Than like a first grader at this point.
I know, especially when it comes to like colors and shapes.
Yeah.
That's where I'm
Spell
struggling.
color. C
Oh,
U. I think that you.
Yeah,
There
they
is
do.
a U technically, in some variations, but I think it's after the L. Wait, no, wait. C-O-O-U-R.
yeah. C-O-L. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
That's the wrong way to do it.
Yeah. Is that like a...
That is a British thing.
Okay.
I know.
See, I didn't know that. See, I wouldn't pass Are You Smarter Than a British
Than a
person?
British
Yeah.
person. What do you know what they call chips then?
I did. I
Whoa.
do. They're called crisps.
Whoa, he knows.
Do you know what cookies are called?
Biscuits.
Yeah. Luckily, I knew all of these things. just from exist. I don't know. I don't actually remember how I knew it, but I knew it.
The Office, British Office.
Yeah. Yeah, which I watched in its entirety on the flight.
In English.
Yeah. No, the flight to there, or actually on the way back, both to and from, had like in-flight movies and shows. And yeah, I was able to watch the first 2 seasons of the American versions of The Office, but I got gypped because the second season only had 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Not the full like 20 or whatever it's supposed to be.
Yeah. There's a lot.
They robbed me. And I swear, man, I watched multiple movies and 1.5 whatever seasons of the
Men.
Office. Yeah, men.
No, that is pretty good though.
And yeah, I like finished it and watched a couple movies, and I look at the thing, and it's like, oh yeah, you're halfway there now. I'm like, oh my god.
Wow.
Chips. I did have a lot of chips. They're good too, man. I went to a place where I literally all I got, it was like a fast food place, just because we had a lot of driving to do. We wanted some food for the road. We literally just got a large thing of chips, and they were so hot. It might have been like top like 3 fries/chip that I've had.
Whoa. Were they
In
different? Like
yeah.
different style?
Most of the chips fries for you
Are thick?
for you dumb
Philistines.
American fellas. Yeah, they were thicker cut, and so yeah, which I liked though.
Yeah,
I like that. But yeah, I mean, I just remember though the first place I ate at, seeing it on the menu, it only caught me off guard the first time. It was like sides was like chips, and I was like, chips? Give me like a bag of chips? What is this, Subway? I was like, wait a second, no, I know this. And then like it all kicked in. I was like, chips are fries, crisps are chips, biscuits are cookies, all of that, like, yeah, all of that kicked in at the same time. I was like, all right, I can live here now. I have adapted. Yeah, it was great though. And the food was very good. Everything I had was great.
nice.
So I
That
am
sounds
moving.
good. We're like Ireland.
Yeah, we're like Irish.
Irish.
I don't think this could just be my puny American brain as well, not paying attention. But I don't think I ever paid attention to how many filler words they used. Like, I feel like they talked very coherently and confidently. They didn't talk like they had no idea what they're like
actually
saying. Like literally what like they're saying. Yeah. No, I didn't notice. So if they did,
that is pretty good.
If they did, then I do blend in. What about you? What did you do the week I was gone? Secretly came with me and was like filming me or something while I was there.
Just hanging with the Blarney Stone.
You were blarning.
Just blarning it the whole time. Oh, I did a lot.
Okay.
Filmed my secret podcast. That was pretty good. The more successful one.
Yeah. And what is that called? The Joe Rogan Experience. What other podcasts? The Roadshow Experience.
InfoWars. That's for sale. Did you hear that?
No, what?
He's selling it.
You said you made an offer.
And I bought it. So this is going to be
the proud owner.
I am now the proud owner. The war on info.
Yeah, whoever doesn't know, Vic's last name is secretly Jones. Always has been, always will be.
Oh, I'm taking over. Let's see. Did a lot of... Oh,
Oh, is that
movie watching.
How many movies did you watch?
Why
First
is
two seasons of
The Office.
The Office.
The Furiosa movie.
Oh, the
The
new Mad
Mad
Max
Max.
one, yeah. I wanted to see that. I still haven't.
That one's really good.
Is it still in theaters, or do I have to like watch
Probably.
it? Illegally stream it somehow? No, who said that?
You probably got a screener. Am I wrong?
No. I want to see it on the big screen though. That's the
Yeah,
only
no,
good
it's a-
way to like see
Like an action.
movies. Yeah, okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how mad was it and were you?
It was. So if like Fury Road is like a 10,
Right.
this would be like an 8.5.
Okay, so it wasn't as mad.
No.
It wasn't like pissed level, it was like
Stub toe level.
okay. See, it's funny though, because I would think like 10 would be furious. So Furiosa,
Yeah.
it's kind of false advertising now that you think about it.
I know. Like if you're mad, that's one thing, but if you're furious, it should be more.
Yeah. Yeah. And then so
So that
what
made
about,
me mad.
okay. So you were at 10.
So I was a 10.
You were,
And there's no max, so I was fuming.
oh yeah. So this was Mad Vic, Pissed Road.
The pissed road of vengeance.
Yeah.
No, but it definitely did some like one up of the Fury Road.
See, it's
action
been years
scenes.
since I saw it. I only saw that one once though, like in theaters.
Yeah.
How connected was it to that one?
It's pretty connected. It's a whole prequel.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know it was a prequel. Okay,
Yeah.
this
Oh, it's
just
a
shows I know
prequel.
like nothing about it. It's almost as if I haven't seen it.
In like 6 years. It's been a while. But yeah, no, it's like a direct lead up. The ending is almost exactly where the Fury Road starts.
Okay, is there going to be a sequel, or is there going to be a prequel?
Whoa. Well, it was like when she was a child, which I assume she's like Furiosa is like the same age as Mad Max.
Right.
So I guess there could be like one in the same time frame, but of when Mad Max was like a young child.
Or you could do Furiosa in womb. See what happens.
Yeah.
She like
That could
the
be-
whole story is she like breaks out of
The womb.
yeah.
Yeah, that could actually be interesting.
That's a completely different type of movie.
Mad womb.
I want to go see that new like autobiography movie, biopic movie about me. Kingdom of Planet of the Apes.
Nice.
Yeah.
That would be good.
It's always nice seeing a movie that represents me well.
To see my kind on the screen.
Yeah. See, I did want to see that though. I thought that movie's been doing well too. And I think I've seen all of the previous ones. I saw the Franco one. I saw
Yeah.
the Harrelson one.
Are those good?
Yeah, I only really remember the one with James Franco because I think I've seen that one a couple times. I've seen the one after that, and I don't think I did ever see the third because this is the like fourth one in this
Right.
like this time, whatever
Yeah.
storyline. But it looks good. But yeah, I haven't seen. I'd honestly have to go back and watch all the other ones. But I remember seeing some like meme about like how this whole franchise or this whole movie storyline is purely just because James Franco wanted to like cure Alzheimer's. Because that's the whole like premise of that first one is his dad has like his characters that James Franco is not the actual it's not
He doesn't
about
play
James.
himself?
Yeah, he's not playing himself. It's not This Is the End. But yeah, his character's dad has like Alzheimer's, so the whole thing is he's a scientist trying to come up with a cure for like
Back to formula. I get it.
yeah, Yes. And like they tested on apes and stuff, and like his.
Do they become mad?
Yes, I think there could be a crossover in the near
Whoa.
future. I think because the apes are mad enough. I think
Yeah,
they're pretty pissed.
that is.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I don't know.
28 days later.
You mean the new one, 28 years later?
Whoa, is that a new one?
Yeah, I
Is
think
that
they're
out?
making a new one. Yeah,
When is that coming out?
probably 28 years from now. Well, because there's 28 days later, 28 weeks later,
Yeah.
then 28.
Years.
If it is years, they should be sued because they skipped months. And that's not that cannot pass.
Yeah.
And I
need
don't think it's months. I'm pretty sure it's called 28 years later. And if that's true, I'm about
What
ready to
happened in
start
those
in the
months?
next Mad Max because I'm pissed.
I need to know. I can't just
What
skip
happened
that.
in the months? I don't care about the years yet. I didn't know the months.
I know. We need to get caught up. They're probably going to do a prequel.
Yeah. Called 28 Seconds Later.
28 seconds before.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it should be 28 years before where it's just like everything's just normal. It's just a normal movie. It could be like a comedy. And
Yeah,
it's
it could be
like-
anything.
And it's like people are like, why is 28 why is this related to this? And it's like, well, it's 28 years before. What is it? Doesn't fucking matter. There's no zombies yet. We can make it about anything we want. And there's
They can't stop us.
a new Quiet Place movie.
Yeah.
They're really
Quieter place.
testing how quiet
You can be.
you can be.
I wonder if the movie is quieter or more loud than,
Well,
than the other movies.
I just want to know how many places are in. Because
That is true.
yeah,
There were quite a few. I've only seen the first.
the first one's pretty good.
The first one's
I
pretty
like the
good.
second one as well. But this next one is also a prequel. There's a lot of
Whoa.
prequels going around.
Yeah, people like prequel.
I'm pro prequel.
I'm more anti-prequel.
You don't like them?
No, not as much as sequels.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I would agree with that.
I just think if you're doing a prequel, you already know the ending if you've seen the first
Right.
movie. So you know, like, this guy can't die. These people can't die. This will happen.
Right.
So it's kind of, you go into it spoiled.
Well, is there any? Well, yeah, I agree with you. I think there's instances where it does.
Whereas if they
like,
just
work
made that
out.
movie first, I think it would
Yeah,
be more
I agree.
interesting.
Well, have you seen the new See, it's so funny because so many of these have, like, when I think of prequels, I can only think of like scary movies right now. Like, have you seen X/Pearl?
Only X.
Okay,
But yeah, Pearl.
and then Pearl is the prequel. That is a good example of like the prequel. I don't know. I like both movies. I should say by saying that, but how like what's kind of
What'll
gonna
happen.
be. Yeah. And now
Don't tell me she becomes a killer.
Oh, I won't. I don't need to because I don't need to. But there's the final installment, which is a sequel to the first one, which was not a prequel.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Let me see how confusing I can make this. Yeah, so the last one now, Maxine, is a sequel to X. X is a sequel to Pearl, which is a prequel
Whoa.
of X. There we go.
That makes sense. So what's X then?
Fuck if I know at this point.
And that's also interesting that they are making that a prequel.
Hold up. I'm too confused now. I don't know I have no idea what you just said.
I don't even know what I said.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well,
What's a prequel?
I mean, sequel.
Yeah.
So why don't they just make another prequel?
A pre-prequel.
Yeah, prequel.
Yeah. Where, yeah, I don't know.
I want to see the house being built.
I want to see more people in the womb. Apparently I just need a womb movie. That sounds so gross.
That is pretty
If
wild.
I can't see their life from, I just need their entire life story on screen, like every second though.
Yeah, just so I get it all.
You know
I
that
understand
movie
the lore.
like Boyhood, filmed
yeah.
over the span of 12 years. I need a movie that's filmed literally nonstop over the span of 80 years. Nonstop. It's 80. The movie is literally 80 years long.
Right.
And so if I start it now, I'll never know how it ends.
By the time you die.
Yeah. Well,
die.
if I finish it, then there's a chance I would actually be in contention for oldest person alive.
Wow.
So
And I need that
would be a
person to
feat.
be Jim Carrey.
Yeah. You mean the movie to be about it?
Or I just want his entire story filmed.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, that would be a legitimate good movie. I just want but just do it on some random person.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of Truman Show.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is.
I would.
We need a real life adaptation of the Truman Show. I mean, the closest thing was that weird, super crazy. How the hell did it ever get made? Asian reality show. It was I don't know if it was Japanese, but it was the one where it was literally a live stream of this guy trapped in a room with no clothes. And
I don't know.
he had to stay in there until he could make enough money or something to escape. I don't remember what it was, but the thing was if he agreed to go on the show, he had to stay in the room without leaving for an insane amount of time. And then when he finishes, they're like, "Oh, do you want to double or nothing it?" Yeah, they've done a whole documentary on it, and I'm pretty sure the guy said yeah, because by the end of it, he was naked pretty much the entire time. They took his clothes, so in order for him to buy stuff too, he had to win it through coupons and lotto style thing, scratch off or discount coupons and stuff where he there's a chance he may win stuff.
Wow. That's insane.
And I don't know if he ever actually got clothes or what he
Is he
wore.
still in there?
No, no, he's been out, and
Wow.
he said that wearing clothes again after that felt weird.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
He said wearing a shirt was uncomfortable, it was itchy and stuff.
Yeah. That's why I don't wear any clothes.
Yeah, I don't know if he said it if it was traumatic. I would assume it would be traumatic. There's no
probably
fucking
not.
way I would want to do that. I mean, would you do something like that? Let's just call it a year. You're locked in the room for an entire year by yourself, and you have to get food, and all the stuff you get is you have to get through coupons, basically, all these.
So you're saying nothing
Winnies.
changes?
And at the end, what would the prize money have to be for you to agree to it though?
A year?
Yeah, a full year, and you can never leave it.
Well, I'm worth
At least
couple
$1.
million. Couple million.
They buy you a
pesos.
Starbucks.
Yeah. All right, now you have me.
I legitimately don't think I could do it for less than $1 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have to at least be
$1 million minimum.
1 milli.
But I just think the lack of human interaction. All the introverts out there, they're "Oh, I could do this." No, I don't think you could. I don't think unless you have actual life altering social anxiety and fear of other people.
Right. Then you could do it.
Yeah, maybe then. What's that one phobia where it's like you're afraid to
Agoraphobia.
if you're agoraphobic, you might
This
be able
is
to.
it.
You could. It's just like
They couldn't get you out.
you're paid to like live your life.
Yeah, then it's easy.
Yeah,
Or the people who like go out in the wild and just like live by themselves
Yeah,
off their own.
they rough it. I don't think I could do that either. Do you think you could go on a show like Survivor, or well, that's more of like a competition style. Like, what about like
Naked
and Afraid? There you go.
Yeah, that's.
I want to go on it purely just to be naked. I don't think I could do that show though.
Yeah, no, I don't have
even
any
think
survival.
I could go on it because like I'm be too embarrassed,
too afraid
to be naked. I don't know. I mean but that does typically have like a big impact though on the people on the show, as far as like if they go to a place where it's like, I don't know, even remotely cold, it's like that's going to be a problem.
Right. Yeah, I just don't have any survival
skills,
yeah, or instinct.
Yeah, well, that's why you have me.
He knows.
Yeah, I am your, what's it called? Caretaker?
Guardian?
Sure.
Godfather?
Yeah. The Godfather.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it either. I have like very basic survival skills. I think I could make it like maybe a couple days.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to like get any food. So however long I can last without food.
You don't think you don't feel confident you'd be able to get anything? You could still forage stuff. You're a big mushroom no.
Yeah, I guess I would, but I'd have to learn like
what's edible, what's not. First thing you do is eat like fucking like poison, like
White
wolf's
cat.
bane.
Classic wolf's bane.
I mean, have you ever seen that movie about that guy who just decided to like uplift his life and like move out, just live out in the wild?
Isn't that called The Wild?
I think it's called Into the Wild.
Oh, okay.
It's based off like a true story.
Right.
He like donated all of his money and then like decided to go live out in the wild.
How'd that work out for him?
It did not work out very well. It is a very sad story. It's very respectable.
It is cool.
Pretty cool.
Just maybe join the Boy Scouts before.
Well, that's the thing though, is that I can't remember if he actually had like survival training. Because I don't think he did. That is crazy.
That would be wild.
Like, that is just thinking like, hey man, with me and you right now, let's go live out in like the wilderness. Because he also chose like a crazy place. I think he was in like Alaska or something. I don't know if it was Alaska.
Yeah, it was somewhere really cold where it was like snowing and stuff.
But yeah,
that's why no one found him.
And that movie like showed that he had like, I don't know if they were able to like tell if he like actually did this, but like because I think he also had a journal too, and I think that's how they were able to make the movie.
Well, it was a whole book.
Yeah,
based on the journal.
But he ate like these like berries only to like read, and like he had like a little plant book on like what's edible, what's not. After eating, and he's like looking and realized he just ate like a poisonous berry.
Wow.
And he tried to like make himself throw up. But yeah, like he
also ate like bad potatoes as well.
Yeah, I mean, this just shows, like, dude. Potatoes you think are edible.
Yeah, but they're actually really poisonous.
Yeah. I couldn't do it. Yeah, I think it was like he starved to death, I think. I don't know if it was the berries that killed him or...
Yeah, well, it caused him to become so sick he couldn't move. And then he couldn't move to get food.
My God. Yeah, the great movie. I do not want to like ever attempt that though. And great book, yeah. Read the book, watch the movie. What else?
We're ready to announce our Into the Wild.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Naked. And very afraid.
Yeah. I'm afraid that I'm going to have to look at you naked.
That's the only thing I'm afraid of.
I would do it in the sense of like, I would do it and just, I would have no problem at any point being like, yeah, I can't do it. Get me out of here. If I knew like I have that luxury of like being able to back out at any point.
I'll do it like the way Bear Grylls did it, where you pretend you sleep outside, then he goes to the hotel
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll do that.
next door.
Or there was that like some like post where like someone took like a clip of him like going through like this rocky area or like these desert plain type things, and then some guy like found supposedly the exact spot that was filmed at, and he like just panned the camera up to the left and showed that there's a highway like 100 feet away. It's like, oh, you are not actually out in the wild.
Yeah. Wow. Classic.
I mean, I would want to try I would actually do something like that just to like do it, but like I'm not gonna enter the wild.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go full into it.
I would be like,
Yeah, it would be,
I'll do like maybe like a one night camping trip out.
Yeah.
In there.
Yeah, see if you can like set up shelter.
Yeah,
Make
set
a
up
fire.
shelter, make a fire, see if I can get my own food, and also like water.
Yeah,
the water
water's-
you have to like, even if you find water, you still have to like filter it. But I want to learn how to filter water.
Yeah, you could boil it.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's just boiling it. And it's
yeah.
like, you gotta let it cool. Unless I bring a life straw, but that's kind of cheating. There,
Yeah.
or a filtering system. Yeah, I would do that though. That's pretty epic. All right, when are we going?
We're doing this in Ireland.
Yeah, we'll do it in Ireland. Should we do the questions now?
The questions from the people.
Yeah, from a little new segment which we want to do because it's kind of funny. We're going to do some listener questions, and by listeners we mean we came up with both of these completely on our own.
Yeah, I listened to it, so I count.
Yeah, we listen to.
We
our
are the
own
listener.
Yeah. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Okay.
That's like, hey, what do you want? This or that? Yes.
Yes. Okay, I'll go first.
All right. What's your question? And we both have to answer, right?
Oh.
This seems like, what is
no.
your credit card number?
Well, I was originally going to ask what zoo animal would you want to be like reincarnated to?
Okay.
But then I know it's going to be an ape or a monkey. So then
Yeah.
my question is, what type of ape or monkey do you want to be reincarnated to in a zoo?
I have to live in the zoo.
Yeah, you're in the zoo.
Okay.
Because that's all there's left.
Well, the ones I really like, there's so many ways to go about this too, because it's like, if I want to be like the closest to what I am now, I got to go with bonobo or like a chimp, chimpanzee.
Classic chimp.
But that's like, they're too evolved. It's funny to say that when they're less, literally, still significantly not as evolved as us.
Well, speak for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, not speaking for myself. Speaking for everyone except me.
Yeah, that is true. We're a little more evolved.
Well, I think this is probably just my favorite, but I'm a big orangutan guy.
Yeah, I do like the orangutans.
I like the way they look, their faces, especially the big males that have the big
puff.
like jowls almost. They're like big flat face jowls. But even the ones that don't have that and are just more like the typical more like regular chimp face, I don't know. I feel like they're very hairy, so I don't know. They probably never get cold. But it's also like, those are like prime for if you want to be the ones that pick stuff out of your hair to eat it.
That's the best part.
Their heavy coat, I feel like I'd never be hungry.
There's always bugs,
There's always bugs.
and I'm picking them out.
Yeah. Purely for that reason, that's what I would have an almost unlimited supply of bugs to eat.
That's good. I like that.
I also, personal experience, saw one at a zoo one time. People always think of the gross ones that are like the chimps do, where it's like, I'm about to fling you know what at the people looking at me. But
That's all I would be doing.
The orangutans, the whatever, also all the like memes of them just doing stuff like using a saw to like try to cut wood, and it's just like scraping against it sideways, or like banging on like the barrel or something. But I remember one time in a zoo when I was younger, one sitting in a corner, and it was in its indoor part of its enclosure. So it was like, it had the like walls, it wasn't like the outside part, but in the indoor part. And it was sitting in the corner and had a little ball, and it was sitting probably like 3 feet away from the corner with its back to the people. And it just kept flicking its hand against the ball to like roll it to the corner and like roll back.
Wow.
And I was like, this is me at like every Friday night. I sit in my corner
Whenever
and I
there's
play
a
with
party,
my balls.
that's what I'm doing.
I go to any party, I sit in the corner and with my back to everyone, and I take out my ball. I always keep one on me to keep myself entertained.
Start rolling it.
All right, that's mine. What about you?
Probably some type of spider monkey.
Yeah. Well, you have long limbs already, so
it'd work. Also, I just want a tail. I want like a tail I can grab things with.
yeah. You
That'd be
need
pretty
a
cool.
a third arm, basically. Well, technically, their legs basically work as arms.
Yeah.
So they have like five. Yeah.
I'm all arms. Plus, they're pretty wild. They can get up to some hijinks
Yeah.
with the people.
They get a little curious. Their names may not be George, and
But
also I still don't think they're technically the correct animal, but they're curious.
Oh, they're just as curious.
If you were a spider monkey, or let's just say a man with spider monkey features
Like-
in the real world.
So you're saying like Jumanji, I got cursed to look like a monkey.
Yes, exactly.
I grow a tail.
You have your tail. How do you use it in the like real world? Also, since you're not a monkey and aren't craving nothing but bananas and like berries, but like you're just a human, a guy with these spider monkey capabilities. What are you using your tail for, do you think?
Probably like holding my pants on.
You could use your tail as a belt.
Yeah, it's a belt. Yeah.
But
Or
the
hold
only
my-
thing is though, is that like you'll have the tail, but you'd have to like have like a cutout for the back.
for the tail.
But you'd also have a human ass.
So I get assless chaps. It's the only way to go.
You have to wear assless chaps.
It's all you can wear.
And then it would allow you to wear super baggy jeans, which are back in now.
Yeah,
Those are
true.
in. And you can
Parachute jeans.
You can use your tail just as a belt.
Perfect. I never need to get another belt.
Yeah. All right. You're using one of the best, like most like
Useful appendages.
useful appendages purely as a belt. Good. You're making very good use of it. All right. My question. This one's a little bit more weird, but if you could turn your urine or change your urine into any other
Chocolate.
I don't even know like any other fluid, liquid, what would you change it to? It is urine, so you still have to pee it out. That is why I'm choosing acid.
Hot sauce.
I want to know what it feels like to have like chlamydia or gonorrhea like all the time.
That's just normal for me.
Yeah.
Probably uranium.
What is that?
It's what they make like nukes out of.
You want to? Okay.
Well, I'd be able to sell it. And it's like one of the most like expensive minerals.
Okay, so you're going the money route,
Possibly, yeah.
but it would be liquid though. Is that still work? You can't pee out. Otherwise, you're like you constantly have like a kidney stone.
Yeah, well, it can become liquid.
Okay, so you're
At like 1,000 degrees.
This is out liquid uranium, which if it's
coming
out, dude, if that's using like nukes, that has to mean it's like extremely radioactive,
Yeah,
right?
just a little bit. Yeah, yeah, I imagine it's probably a little.
You're gonna be living
radiated.
that episode of South Park, with they get like testicular cancer. You're not getting testicular cancer. You're getting. It probably would just fall off after a certain amount of time.
Yeah, but then imagine how rich I'd be.
Yeah. Well, you're just like, you're basically choosing the option. Like, how much money would it take for you to become like a eunuch? And it's however
$2.
much. Yeah, $2. There we go. See, I thought this is my question. I've had quite a bit of time to think about it. I think too many like good, like my joke answer would be acid, because it would be like if I'm ever in danger, it's like
Good defense.
yeah. But I also think mine would fall off after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to choose that. I mean, a good answer would just be like water, but I'm pretty sure urine is mostly water anyways, but it's also like you could drink it now
pure
without
water.
the urine taste. Yeah, it's just pure water.
Sparkling water.
Yeah.
Grape flavor.
Yeah, I want to pee out sparkling water, so it's like carbonate.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it would just allow you to, like, you'd never be thirsty.
Yeah.
You could just, like, and
All
for
right,
us guys, you can just aim up. You can.
That's what I already do.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real here. We've all tried it already. Am I right? Everyone? I know I'm not alone in this, right? Or what are you trying to say?
I've never tried mine.
Keyword mine.
All right, I'm doing Coke Zero then.
Yeah, I don't know if I would. Water, yeah, but it's kind of boring. I've thought about like
Gatorade.
I thought about like some similar to yours. Like, could I do like gold? Then it's like golden shower. You're being legitimate now. Hey,
Yeah.
hey. But I thought about this. I've settled on final answer is just gas.
Yeah.
Unleaded, regular unleaded works fine.
That's good.
Yeah, because like I would never have to pay for gas again.
Yeah.
Which would save me money throughout my life.
That is perfect.
If I am in a survival situation where it's like I need to fire starter,
Whoa.
I got some help with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. Easy fires.
I light it while midstream, so
Flamethrower.
so it flamethrowers out and back out.
into you.
Yeah, I'd have to be very careful with that. Yeah, no, that's I feel like that's a good answer though.
That is a good one.
Very
Environmental.
Yeah. Applicable. It's a good word.
I like that.
Anything else? What do you got? That's all I got. I'm spent.
Oh, I have some more that I'm gonna save for next time.
Yeah, me too. Okay, that's good. With that, this has been Jamie.
This has been Vic.
We are like
Literally.
and you can literally find us on platforms such
Like
as
Spotify,
Apple Podcasts,
Podbean,
Google Podcasts,
Pandora,
I
Heart
Heart
Pod.
Podcast. I Heart Pods.
YouTube, one word, like a literally, one word, no space, like a literally, one word, 0 spaces,
How many spaces are there?
0.
Everywhere else, it'll be spelled
One word, 3 spaces, also known as 3 words.
Yeah, like literally. There we go. Feel free to leave us reviews.
Ask us where you can find us.
Yeah. Ask us.
What is your YouTube again?
Yeah. If you have any questions that you think we should answer, they can be bachelor related. They can be dating. They can be whatever related, bachelor, dating, but it doesn't have to be that. If you want to ask us monkey
survival, naked.
if you want to ask us what type of urine we would like, we will answer it again. Whatever. Yeah, I think that's about it.
That's
Unless
about.
there was.
Yeah.
Oh God.